Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The first habit is be proactive.
Can everybody shut up while I do this?
Thank you. Now, being proactive, if you think about it from an administrative perspective, let's take a vice principal. Okay, a vice principal can have their life really run by everybody else in the school. Okay, the vice principal doesn't plan when discipline is going to happen, but if you apply this principle, be proactive, the vice principal can head off a lot of the discipline that may happen in their school. They can be places where discipline issues come up. They can work with teachers to help avoid having students in situations where there's discipline. And this whole be proactive idea can go all the way up through the administration. Superintendent, for example. Superintendent doesn't want the school board to find out things about the school before they do. So being proactive, they can, as soon as they hear of something coming up, they can immediately inform the school board. So there aren't surprises at the school board level. And that's kind of the key to being proactive, is try to avoid surprises.
The second habit is begin with the end in mind. So this is an appropriate piece of art to talk about when you're looking at the end. So it involves creating this personal vision of exactly how far or where your destination will take you. So like in this car, in order to get in the car, you actually should know where you're going, because if you don't know where you're going, obviously you won't know when you get there. So like a writer would start out with an outline, a builder would start out with a blueprint. So as an administrator, remember the car, and before you take the journey, know where the end point is.
The third habit is put first things first. And what Covey means by that really is don't get tied up in minutia. Take care of the big issues first. Take care of the issues that are important to you, and whatever your guiding principle is, most administrators, it's what's important to kids. What's the most important thing for students? Now, there's a really neat video that is included with this too, that has a demonstration that Stephen Covey did. I'd encourage you all to watch that one as well.
The next habit is think win-win, which is beyond what we usually think about when we talk about win-win. It's beyond compromise. It is coming up with alternative solutions when you're problem solving. So it's both parties getting together, building a relationship where they can work together and build on the relationship and solve problems.
Habit number 5 is seek first to understand, then be understood. Years ago, my mother always used to tell me you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You should listen twice as much as you speak. And that's really an important skill as an educational leader, is to be able to listen very carefully and understand the other person's perspective before you try to get them to understand yours. That's time consuming, but it's worth the effort, because like Dr. Carroll said in the last one, it builds relationships.
Habit number 6 is synergy, and it is the results are greater than the sum of the parts, which is very appropriate for the balloons, because then that means 1 plus 1, so that's 2 people, is 3 or more. So as in the balloons, so when you think of synergy, think of multiplying balloons.
Covey's 7th habit is sharpen the saw. And this deals with ongoing learning, ongoing personal development, and on a daily basis becoming better at what you do and taking proactive steps to do so.